Hey, 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 hey. All right, everybody. Let's see if we're on. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Right in the comments section, if you don't mind, just let us know that you see us. I'm going to put a commercial on just to make sure we're good. All right, welcome everybody. Welcome back here. And I'm just trying to get some things happening. I got a new guest here. I got a master carver. Yes, a carver here. His name is Josh, and I'm going to introduce you to him in a second. And we're excited because I just had one of my good friends here that had 3 of Josh's personal handmade cigar pipes that he made. And my buddy was excited to no end. So I am going to try to just put on a commercial, make sure we're good again. Maybe I should start even in the opening clips, but I think I'll go with the commercial just to make sure everybody joins us and come on back. And I got things going. I got to find my what's happening on the regular Facebook page also. So let's see where we're at, and we'll be right back.
At Norwood Royal Cigars, we have the biggest walk-in humidor in the Midwest. Our 1,500 square foot humidor is home to almost 4,000 different cigars that will meet the need of any cigar enthusiast. We have boutique blends to the more traditional selections and everything in between. From the novice beginner to the aficionado, the knowledgeable staff at NRC will find the perfect cigar for you. Located on the northwest side of Chicago, we want to be your shop for all your cigar wants and needs. As always, at Norwood Royal Cigars, light it, smoke it, love it.
Experience the magic of Rockefeller cigars today. With 11 years steeped in tradition, passion, and mystery of the leaf, Rockefeller has a cigar just for you. Be like the greatest magicians and make Rockefeller cigars appear in your lineup with any of our 4 lines. The Nicaraguan, the Dominican Blue, the Vintage Gold, and our new LE, The Art of Magic.
Cigar in the Bottle is 2 palate-pleasing gifts in 1. A specially blended Grand Pommier XS VSOP Cognac is elegantly contained in patented numbered bottles. Winner of back-to-back-to-back-to-back medals at the LA Spirits Awards, Cigar in the Bottle inventor Forbidden Johnny teams up with Vartan and Hendrik Kellner for this custom-blended Vartan Reserva cigar, well-preserved in a hand-blown glass chamber featuring Boveda 2-way humidification.
All begins at the very first climate-controlled Rodriguez Olivan cigar factory located in the Dominican Republic. Our 2 major brands include Don Olivan, which are boutique cigars suited for that individual who takes great pride in something unique. BAMF is our armed forces cigars designed for that badass mother effer. Not only are you smoking a great premium cigar, a percentage of the proceeds is donated to our heroic men and women in uniform.
And welcome back, everybody. Yes, here to the Great Cigar and Pipe Show. As you can see, I'm kind of solo here, and I got a kind of a new sidekick that works here, and we're pretty excited to have Josh. Josh, tell a little bit about yourself and what's going on here in the world of the Missouri Meerrshaum here at the 155th anniversary.
Okay. I started working at Meerrshaum about 7 years ago. Started off doing kind of odd job type stuff, and then about a year later, they asked me if I was interested in doing the lathe. So
Hmm.
I just started learning it, and it was hard at first,
So you
but
didn't know anything about lathe? I mean,
no.
they just like threw you in there, asked if
Mhm.
you were. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, that's a pretty interesting machine to just be thrown in on.
Yeah, it is.
Nice, nice. Okay, that's pretty exciting.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. So I mean, like I said, I didn't expect to start working here. I was checking out the museum with my dad and my wife, and they just asked if I needed a job, which I didn't at the
Well,
time. I was working at a golf course, and
okay.
then I just I was
That's
like,
seasonal.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Well, at least
yeah,
over here, you got a roof over your head.
yeah, yeah. So I just started the next day, pretty much. So
Wow,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
That's
So
great. Well, I say, I've talked about it on the show all day today, but um, all the workers here, everybody has just treated me really like gold, and I can't thank everybody enough. But I really sense from everybody and watching everyone working when I was doing a tour, um, true happiness in a sense. But people were smiling, happy, proud to be part of this incredible company that's been around for 155 years.
yeah.
You guys look like family, not just employees. It almost feels like you guys feel like you're all one big family.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure. I mean, everyone's known each other for a while now. I mean, you know, from what I've
Well, you're the rookie here at 7 years. Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know?
There's other people that have 30 plus years or
Yeah.
so, but I mean, everyone's really nice, and I think everyone for the most part gets along. And I mean, yeah, you get those people that come and go, but
You're going to get that in any
mhm,
occupation and
yeah,
company. But what I saw today, especially down in the work section or where you were, all you guys, it looked like, and I asked one of the, I guess the guardsmen that was watching everybody from little hand action. Does everybody work the same gig for 8 straight hours? He said, "Oh no, nobody does that."
yeah,
Everybody almost works every station,
hmm,
which is good because it breaks up the day.
oh
And I
yeah,
think you necessarily, because I would have flipped out. I don't think I could do the one thing down there 8 hours a day.
yeah,
That would be a little bit too much. I'm a go 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 type of guy. I can't stay still.
uh-huh.
That would be like robotic, and that's not me. But he goes, no, everybody gets to learn everything, and I think that's really, okay, your hour's up next, and
hmm,
it doesn't get boring, and you're doing something. Yes, same thing every day, but 6 and 7 other things every day.
yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, I mean, there are some people that do stay on the same machine, but they're going through other pipes. It's
mhm.
not just that one certain pipe that they're on all day,
Okay, okay.
And then, I mean, for me, I'm the only lather there, so
Yeah, so you stand up all day, huh? I mean,
yeah,
that looks
yeah,
like I'm like, could you get a high seat and work from a seat, or is it because body motions and
yeah. I mean, you're turning your upper body. I've never tried it with a chair. I
okay?
don't know exactly how that would work,
Well,
but
kudos to you for standing up eight
yeah,
hours. I mean, holy cow! I know I couldn't do it, but I'm a lot older than you. So,
yeah.
but to stand up all day, that's a little rugged for me.
Oh yeah, I mean my legs are hurting by the end of
I bet,
the end of the day, but it's,
but you
you
get
know,
used to it, though.
like you said, I'm young.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Well, when you get older, that's going to be another story. You're going to have to get those mats. You keep
yeah,
standing on those mats to try to help you out a little bit.
yeah, yeah,
But I mean, I saw you work down there, and I saw how you were doing. I mean, again, my friend here, he's got 3 of the carvers that pipes that you made,
hmm,
and you made his day. I mean,
yeah,
he was so excited because he likes to have carvers with his personal collection.
mhm,
His thing is to get rid of all the other ones that he doesn't know, and now have carver pipes that he actually knows the carver have
yeah,
relation to. And you gave him 3 today. Oh God, I can't. I won't stop listening to it for the rest of the trip. But it means a lot to know a carver. It's different than just buying it off the shelf
Hmm.
and then actually knowing the carver who did it. That's more personal and
Oh
it means a
yeah,
lot more.
yeah.
How did you feel about that little reaction? Was it weird for you?
I thought it was. I thought it was awesome. I never I never meet people that enjoy the pipes.
Right.
I mean, some people I'll come across, but for the
Mhm.
most part, I've never been around a big pipe community. So
Okay.
it's really nice to talk to the people about the different grains and
Mhm.
just
You don't think of
everything.
it.
Yeah,
You just do your
yeah.
thing, and it's out the door. You'll never see it again.
Uh-huh, yeah.
And now you saw three that you did,
Uh-huh,
and you
yeah.
saw the excitement of the owner that owns those pipes. I
Yeah,
mean,
it's a good
uh,
feeling.
yeah, I would imagine so. It
Yeah.
gives you a good pat on the back for yourself to what you
Mhm.
had to do and
Yeah.
realize it. Yeah, absolutely. I'll do it for you. There you
Thanks.
go. But in those 7 years on the lathe, I mean, that's become a master at doing that.
Mhm.
Is there things that you can come up with or think about, or how to maybe try something different on each day, or do you have to stick to the same type of carvings in it on each and every single one, or do you put your own personal touch in that?
Sometimes I stick with the same shape, but sometimes it'll come with me with different
What's
ideas,
up, brother?
or I can kind of figure out my own little spin to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, something like you say, if you make a little marking that only you know. So if you ever saw a pipe,
Uh-huh.
oh, that's mine. You
Yeah.
know?
Well, any of them that have the lines burned in them, I
Okay.
use a guitar string for those.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
I mean, I don't think anyone before that has used anything with
Well, that
that. So,
sounds very interesting.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah,
So that's one way of spotting your own. You ever go to the
yeah,
stores and look and see if it was one of theirs?
yeah,
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
yeah,
That's pretty cool. Not bad. Um, how many different? I saw that on top of your display. There had to be maybe 10 different, uh,
yeah. Maybe about 10, 12
something
different
like
ones.
that.
Yeah,
How,
depending on it.
how do you? Why were they there separate like that? What was the reason for having that? Or is that for someone to take to work on? Or were those mistakes or something
Uh,
different or another thought or
no, I just so I have certain samples that I use that I don't know if you saw them, but they're kind of set up in front of
in front
myself.
of yourself?
And
Yes.
then the ones that are up on the actual top, those I took from just ones that I'd made before and
Okay.
just stuck them up there. That way people can come
Oh,
by
okay.
and
So
pick
that
them up, look at them,
gotcha, gotcha. I didn't
Yeah.
want to touch it. I didn't know what it was all about.
Oh no, it's
Okay.
okay.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know I saw one person take it, but I don't know if you were giving him reached over and for them to take it. So I didn't.
I did some people that came through just as a little souvenir,
Nice. Okay.
just give it to them. So
That means a lot.
yeah, yeah.
Earlier, Nick was here and he had his kids, and his kids gave me one of these little
A
guys
little
here.
mini.
Yeah, the little
That's
mini.
cool.
And I was saying, I had a complete one with the full layout on it,
Hmm.
and I gave it to my 2-year-old granddaughter. So
Okay.
she walks around the house with a pipe. My 3-year-old grandson, he's got another briar. So as soon as he puts his briar, she's got to put her corn cob in there, and they walk around. They think it's like a bubble, one of those bubble things. So
Yeah.
it's cute, but
Yeah.
it's fun because when he was born, I bought that year's tobacco that came out, and I bought a pipe that
Mhm.
year, brand new. So this way, when he's 18, him and I will smoke,
Nice.
his year if it lasts that long,
Yeah.
and we'll do it together celebrating his 18th birthday, where he's technically, to me, he'll be legal to smoke,
Yeah.
not 21.
It'll be a
I'm old school.
yeah. That'll be a good sentimental memory.
It will be
Yeah.
absolutely, and I think I look forward. Not that I want the years to go by fast, but I think it would be a lot of fun when he's no, not yet. There we go. Oh, forget it. I give up. I was trying to get rid of the JC Newman. It's kind of stuck there.
Oh,
Enjoy,
okay.
folks. I don't want to touch it no more. My fingers are, and I'm getting old and the arthritis. I might knock those off. No, we're still on, so that's good. So I see you got your box of toys here. So
Yeah.
can you show us a little bit
Yeah, I'll show you a
stuff
few.
and tell us a little bit about it? Because it's pretty, whoa, that's pretty interesting.
So I got I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah, you know what? Let me see if I got to get rid of these guys. Let me see here. Because People need to see this. They got to see that. Let me see if I can do this a little bit. It's always the fat fingers. Let me take that off. There you go. All right.
Okay.
Here we go.
So this pipe here kind of looks like a birdhouse, but
Wow.
all these are individual pieces
Oh.
ranging from white to red cobs. And I just probably took me about 2 days to make. So
Wow.
I don't know, it just kind of popped in my head. So
That's like you said, a birdhouse. That's even what
yeah.
a great idea. I mean, I could see that now and understand it.
Yeah.
That is cool.
Yeah. Instead of like the typical mouthpiece, I did a bowl
Yeah, it's
for
like
a
a bong.
bigger draw. Yeah, yeah, come on, yeah.
But may I?
Yeah, go ahead.
Wow. Oh, it's so light too.
Hmm.
Wow, that's cool. Now, have you actually? No, you haven't. I was going to say if you tried smoking it, but no, it's clear.
Yeah, just in case I, ever sold it or something. I don't want anyone
Oh
selling
no.
anyone something that's smoked out of,
Well, that is pretty. I mean, so what? Here, guys, look at this, man. Isn't that pretty cool? I don't know if you can see it. Look at that. Here's one for a good shot. They call that slingshot or whatever. Wow, that is really. So it took you 2 days.
Yeah.
Did you show the bosses?
Oh
and
yeah.
everything? And what did they think of something like that?
Oh, they love it. I mean, some of the people on there, they're like, "You should sell these pipes," but I just,
That was just for fun for you to messing around.
yeah,
That's
it's
okay. All
started
right.
out as a hobby, so I
All right.
love making pipes.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
that is really. I've never seen anything like that at all.
Thanks.
That is pretty cool.
Thanks.
That will sell. No question
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah, I think
Welcome
so.
aboard, Tom Williams, Derek Floyd. Well, we're here with Carver Josh, and here at the 155th Missouri Meerrshaum anniversary. And Josh is now showing some of his private works, and we just saw what we call the birdhouse.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
we're looking at seeing what's going on with there. Let's go, man! I'm
Oh,
excited.
okay.
That's like,
I'll let you
whoa.
hold some of those up. Some of them, like that
man,
one,
that is cool.
wasn't necessarily a lathe pipe. It's one that I sanded on the sander.
Do we call this the Cobra?
Yeah, definitely
Huh?
could.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
can see that. Oh snap, guys! You got to look at this, man. It really, when you look at it, look at the back of it. It looks like a cobra snake. At least that's the first thing. And I didn't ask him, and I nailed it. That is nice.
Which, if we are talking
Wow.
about snakes, I do have a snakeskin one here.
There you go. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's nice. Oh, wow. All right, I'm getting excited here. Look at this, guys. Look at that. All right, and I know the camera's hard to see, but look at the snake
Yeah, you got
skin
the
look.
belly of the snake on the shank, and then the back of the snake on the actual bowl.
That's pretty cool.
Which you could call that the Meerrshaum snake because it was found in the back of the building.
Really?
Yeah.
Hot snap, man. Wow. That's sweet.
Thanks.
That's awesome. I
Yeah.
don't know, man. I mean, I think I'm going to ask to give you a raise. Oh, this is weird. This is the party, man. Holy shit. This is going to be a Diddy's next party. Look at that. Everybody, just go check that out. Look how many hits he can get off that bowl. Oh, snap. This is wild. That is wild. Holy shit. That's cool.
Yeah, you'd have to get a little too intimate on that pipe.
Me and 6 other girls all together. Teresa, I love you, but can you imagine what I can do with this? Wow. All right. This is definitely a conversation piece
Yeah.
for sure. I don't know if this is really going to be making it big on the smoking world, but
That's okay.
you know what?
Just for fun.
Yes, I know. I like it. I thought it was great.
Yeah.
That's definitely something for a collector to
Oh, yeah.
hang and talk about, and that's pretty cool.
Nice little shelf piece.
Absolutely. I love shelf pieces.
Um,
Big Fellas Mobile back on the hunt. I hope, are we being watched at your mobile lounge like you said you would? Hope so, man. There's some great stuff. You missed already 4 of them. Red October, huh? Is there a certain name for this one? Look at this,
It's
guys.
just kind of like a rose. So on the sander, I kind of did that rose petal shape.
I see that. I see
Yeah.
that. All right.
Yeah, a little bit fancier pipe, I guess.
Yeah, there's a little work involved in this.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. I like with the little greens. It's a little Christmassy in there.
Yeah.
Rose, huh? Okay, I can go with the rose. Kind of like my Red October, but I'll go with the rose.
Well, whichever one.
This should be a special just for October
Yeah.
and carry it over to Christmas.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then I don't know if you. Sorry, I'm taking a little bit.
Oh, don't worry about it. It's all good.
You got some.
Thanks for joining, everybody. Appreciate it.
Dice fans out there. I got some corn dice.
Some corn dice. Look at this. Now, these would sell. There's no question about it.
Yeah.
You should put this in the store downstairs.
Yeah.
I mean, it costs you nothing. These are all leftover parts. Why wouldn't they want to do that?
Takes a little time, but
I'll be with the bosses a little later.
Yeah.
I'll throw them in. But really, it takes nothing.
Yeah.
Does it?
Yeah, pretty. Oh,
I mean, you have the blocks. The blocks come already, right? Or do you got to square it off?
It
For the most part.
It was a raw cob, so I had to plug each side.
Yeah, I saw that.
And then,
okay.
You know, you got to sand each side to get that perfect square.
Nice.
Yeah.
Boy, I would have never thought about that. So see, that's why you're the carver and I'm just a schmuck. I just want to show you guys. Here you go. I'm playing with my dice. Here you go. I can buy these and I call myself Dice Ron instead of Clay. Here you go. That's pretty cool. Not bad.
All right, and I got this one's pretty cool. I call this the pipe caddy.
This is quite interesting.
You got your pipe that comes out.
Oh, okay.
On this other side, you got a little
tamper. Oh no,
this is your little mouthpiece. Put in there.
Oh, sweet.
And then
tamper.
This is your wind cap.
Oh shit, that's great.
And then like the tamper you say here, which is also corn. Right.
Nice. Look at that.
Yeah.
Wow. That
a little bit.
Now this took a little bit of time. This you had to think about a little bit, right? I mean, there's a lot going on in this piece, folks. I know you didn't see it here, but look at this.
You can see
all right
there.
And
got your wind cap.
Yeah.
Tamper. Little holder for your mouthpiece.
Okay.
And then these are just some nails as the legs.
All right. And that's where the bowl stem goes and the bowl goes. Wow. Wow, that's interesting. How did you come up with this one? Because there's a lot going on here.
Well, this is from a really old calabash.
Okay.
I don't know when it was from. It could have been a 30-plus-year-old or so.
You weren't able to use it again? It was used? Okay.
It was just
laying in the corner.
Yeah.
Let's go with that.
Floor. Yeah. So I don't know. I was just thinking it would be cool to stick a pipe in here. And
never thought about that. Yeah.
That
that's
cool.
Is this already been smoked?
Yes.
Okay. So a little darkness. So that's it. Nice little quickie in and out.
Little to-go pipe.
There you go. Keep it on your desk and you walk outside with it. That is, oh my God, that's great.
Yeah. And there's only one ever made.
That's it.
Cool. Yeah.
Well, I'm telling you, we got to talk to some people in the office about this stuff. Come on, give me more. I'm getting my hands full here. This is great stuff. A threesome.
Yeah. Well,
interesting. I mean,
try taster, I guess. Maybe if you had 3 different tobaccos.
Ooh. Yeah. Okay. This. Listen. Look at this, folks. This would be very interesting. Now, look, as I rotate it, the bowls are slightly tilted. Is that cool? I mean, again, never saw anything like it. I never saw any of these things like it. Wow. Okay. Now, what would you do if you get the tobacco underneath?
Haven't thought that one over.
Okay. I'm just thinking.
I guess.
Boy, that would be one hell of a place to clean.
You're right.
And that would probably burn down here. But, interesting.
Well, I guess if
the concept is interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know if you probably have to stick with one bowl.
Mhm.
But then you probably lose the air from here.
Maybe if you've got any stash smokers out there, you could put a little screen in there, and
We could,
you
a
know,
little hashish maybe.
yeah,
That's interesting.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
that's quite different from what you got going on.
Let's see
All
here.
right, this Josh, he is one of the carvers here at Missouri Meerrshaum.
Little take of
Ooh,
a classic pipe, I guess.
yes, but this is interesting. I like the stem. I like anything but black these days because everything's
Hmm.
been black since as far as I can remember.
Yeah,
But this is interesting. This is an interesting block. So these are two different pieces,
yeah.
right?
All three different pieces there.
Right. Okay.
I
Right.
love how when you sand it, it kind of looks like snakeskin on the top of there.
On the top,
Uh
yes.
huh.
And if it's a little rough like it too.
Hmm.
So this is a piece that we are now talking about. Quite interesting. No, you got the stem is white. We see that, but look at it. Look at that. Right. That is cool. I tell you, so far you do have some sellers here for sure. If you made a two of a kind.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But,
Try and make them all one of a kind, because that's
well, it's
where.
one of a kind rarity, but
Mhm.
you never know. Maybe you can get something on the shelf here.
Hmm.
This is interesting. The
So
bowl is being interesting here.
yeah, the chamber right here, that's made out of a honey pot. So
Oh,
when they came out with the honey pods,
okay.
we had one laying in the back. This was after the fact that they had sold them. And then I just turned it upside down and used it as the cooling chamber.
Huh. Now this is interesting. I like all of this personally. No,
Mhm.
take some criticism from me. Don't worry about
That's
it.
okay.
But if this was just a bigger bowl,
I hear you.
if this
Yeah.
was just a bigger bowl, a little bit more, it would be very interesting. Because here you can barely get anything, and
Yeah.
I don't know how the drawer is going to be from this angle
Yeah.
from you. Yeah. All right. So this is what we're looking at, folks. Very interesting concept. Okay, keep getting out of the way. All right. And this is what I was talking about was where the tobacco would go. But that is nice. A great looking stem. So
Got a lot of nice
not
colors
a
in
nice
there.
color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of fallish.
Yes. Yeah. This is definitely would be like a fall for sure deal with the color tones and everything. I like the colors. That is nice.
Thanks.
Nice.
Let's see.
So where do you move on from after, what you're doing now? Is there another higher position to grow into here to say? You're the only carver that
Mhm.
works at.
Yeah.
Wow. Do you need to train somebody? And
Uh,
let's say you're sick or God forbid something happened to your hands. What happens then?
we don't have anyone. I'm the
Wow.
only one that knows at
Whoa.
this point. So, we are, I'm sure eventually we'll get.
And an
Oh,
understudy of some sort, an
yeah.
intern?
Yeah.
Well, I would
I'm sure.
imagine so because it's too big of an
Oh
operation
yeah,
to.
yeah. Maybe if anyone's interested,
Does
that's.
anyone ever ask,
Oh
or
yeah,
there
yeah,
are
yeah.
people?
We got a. I know that. I don't know if you guys met Tony.
No, I have not met Tony
No,
yet. No.
he kind of goes through all the different jobs.
Okay.
So he's talked about it on learning.
Okay.
So
No, I know nobody wants somebody to take their spot.
oh no, I'm totally
but
fine.
yeah, this is a valuable. This is the finale. This is what needs to be done here, and there should always be a backup. Because
Yeah.
again,
Oh,
God
I
forbid
think
something
so
happens to
too.
you.
Yeah, yeah.
What are you going to do? Are you going to start from some completely scratch? And you got 7 years in the making here, and look what you've done in 7 years. And
Mhm.
there's so many different ideas. But did you ever ask them or suggested? Let's say this guy Tony, whatever.
Mhm.
They say, hey, should maybe bring an apprentice on so I could slowly, not that you're going anywhere.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
not the key. But
Well, kind of like how I started. I didn't know anything about the lathe.
yeah, you
So
came in
I
and do
mean,
I get
yeah,
you.
yeah,
And, but the lathe is still a machine that
yeah.
still needs to be handled and correctly. I saw the way you were working it and making those lines and all.
Mhm.
that's a skill.
Oh yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
skill, and it's a skill that you need to practice every day
Mhm.
to get better.
Yeah.
And how long would you say it took you from day one to day when or year when did you finally feel that you mastered this?
So I started with just one shape, which was the country gentleman, since that's the most
Okay.
popular. They
Right.
always need country gentlemen.
Mhm.
So it probably took me about a month to get the shape down.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
Okay.
just to be comfortable on it,
That's
because you
not
know,
long at all. So
oh
it's almost
no,
like a natural. Have you
I've
done with lates before? And
no,
nothing.
I do have woodworking in the family.
Okay. But you
Grandparents.
yourself, when you grew up, did you play with wood? Did you carve or
No,
saw dad, uncle, anybody? No.
no, just grandpa. Yeah,
Grandpa.
grandpa. Yeah,
Okay. Did you
yeah.
play with grandpa doing that stuff? Did he show you some of the stuff or you were just
No,
from a distance?
no,
Okay.
he did staircases,
Gotcha.
carpentry and
Carpentry work.
stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Well,
no,
okay. So that's
lot
a
of
month, but still,
yeah,
I don't know, a company, I would always want someone as a backup, because
yeah.
you never know. I
Oh,
mean,
I
I
hear
own my
you.
own company and I have a guy that can do another guy's spot, God forbid,
Mhm,
if anything. Not that he's going to get that spot unless that guy leaves, then you could get out of there or
mhm.
something happen. But I mean, here, it's a big operation.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean, is this something that you like to just continue it with? I mean, do you have any other ideas? Or are you pretty satisfied on what's going on here right now with
Uh,
yourself? Yeah.
I
There's
mean,
plenty of work,
yeah, oh,
obviously. It's
yeah,
not like going to
yeah.
run out of work.
No, no.
A million pipes a year. How many pipes do you work on a day? Let's put it that way.
Uh, if I'm doing maybe one pipe, like one certain pipe, I can get about 500.
A day?
Yeah.
A day.
hmm
Okay, that's 2,500 a week. That's five. That's 10,000 a month. Okay, not
Yeah.
bad. Doing the numbers here, it's 120,000 a year.
Uh-huh. So I have timed myself in an hour. I can get about 120 done. So
Okay,
yeah,
that's pretty awesome.
yeah. But like I said, one if I'm
But that's
doing
one, yeah.
multiple
But
pipes,
that's sometimes you do that,
uh-huh.
right? I mean, you have. So how many pipes? How many are you making? What's the do you 20, 30, 40? How many different shapes are you doing?
So you got the main ones that I do is Country Gentleman, Mark Twain, Rob Roy, um, Fifth Avenue Diplomats, Dagners, and then some of those special ones are the pokers. Those
Okay,
are the really thin ones.
right.
Um, bigger ones is oh, I'm having a blank.
That's
I'm
okay.
sorry.
All right. All right. So let's say more or less you got like 10
Yeah,
different
yeah,
shapes that you're
yeah.
working on. All right.
And
That
sorry,
no
not to
no
cut you
no
off.
no.
Plus, a lot of the ones, maybe those main ones that I listed off, when they get sent to the back, they could be being called something different. Like those more
Okay.
special ones, like the
Yep,
calabash.
yep, yep.
Sometimes they'll have me make the shape, and I think that it's gonna be that pipe, but then they make it into something else.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
That's interesting.
You know.
Okay. Well, I mean, again, that's a big arsenal of different shapes.
hmm
I mean, to work on. Do you switch off, or can you switch off at your own pace? Or there, hey, this is the box for now, and here's the next box after that, or they let you run at your own pace.
Uh, yeah, pretty much at my own pace, as long as
Okay.
I'm getting some sort of work done,
Well,
and
of course, that's
obviously,
part of a job
yeah,
just
yeah,
over broke. I get
yeah.
it. But
But yeah, at, depending on how big the order is, if it needs to be done that week, then I'm constant on that pipe. If I'm
nice.
not working on anything else.
Well, yeah, because they've got quotas to make or whatever
hmm
it is.
Yeah.
They don't want to keep switching off over and over and over again. When you're in
hmm
the groove, you got to stay in the groove.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
Not bad. That's exciting. So, how's your wife feel about you doing this stuff? She's okay. I mean,
Oh yeah, yeah.
yeah.
She's like, you're
Does she
so
work here too, or
no,
no?
no,
I
no.
thought it was a family affair.
No, she is an artist though. I mean, she paints and she
Okay.
draws and macrame. She does all types of
Nice.
stuff. Yeah.
All right, so you guys are artistic together.
Oh
That's
yeah,
pretty
yeah,
cool.
yeah. I'm
Good.
definitely a fan of her stuff.
Well, you better be. Happy wife is a happy life.
Yeah.
Trust me, so that's okay. No,
Yeah.
that's great. No, well, listen, I appreciate you coming in, man. Thank you. I
Yeah.
love the box of tricks there, and there's some stuff there I really think you need to talk to them about. I think you can make something happen there.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
really do. There's
Yeah.
definitely
Thank you.
3 or 4 that I would buy as a thing. I mean, a lot of stuff. There's some unique stuff that obviously
Yeah.
is for more of a shelving for a
Uh-huh.
view, but there are stuff there that you can certainly smoke.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, probably apart from a lot of them, it seems like I did do for the stash,
hmm
but I need to work on more tobacco ones. That way I can get
well,
the people more interested.
yeah. Well, again, it is interesting, but do they allow you on your own to say, hey, you got an idea, put it together while you're doing this, or this is just on downtime or lunchtime or
It
break time?
Yeah, I mean, most of all this stuff is done on break time.
Okay.
But if it's not too much time taken, I presented a few pipes to them.
Okay.
As long as it's something that doesn't take too much time, that I can just like whip up,
Well, that's the key. That's the
Yeah.
key, because every second is a penny. That kind
Yeah.
of thing. Everything is a monetary value, time wise.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's what they're up against all the time. Make what moves. If it doesn't take too much labor and it can still produce and make money, that's what
Mhm.
business is for. Make
Yeah.
as much money with the least amount of labor time. And that's their most expensive
yeah.
cost, is the labor time.
Yeah.
So, no,
Yeah.
I tell you, man, this is great. I hope in 5 years for the 160th, I can come back down here, and now you'll have, oh gosh, you're going to have 12 years under your belt and
Yeah.
maybe a new lathe.
Yeah.
How often do they change that out for you in 7 years? How many have you had to run through?
I've went through about 4 lathes. So
Oh, wow.
usually it's the bearings
Wow.
that go out, and we
Yeah.
don't have anyone that specifically works on lathes. So I'm
They
sure.
got all the machinists here and they don't have nobody who could fix a lathe. Well, I got to talk to somebody about that.
Yeah.
Isn't that right?
Yeah.
That's a valuable piece. Now,
Mhm.
let's just say this breaks down later today. You're working on it. What do? You got another one you got a backup right away, or now you got to buy a new one?
Well, there is another lathe right now, but it is so loud. I think the bearings went out on it or something. So
Oh.
I hope that it doesn't go out. Which actually,
Well, can you take the bearings out of this one and then put it in that one? I mean, they're 2 different lathes.
if they knew how to put it in, I'm not
Oh,
really sure if
man.
we have anyone that is strictly on the lathe.
We should find out. Talk
Yeah.
to these guys. So you got a machinist that I know, because I
Mhm.
talked to
John.
Sharon earlier about
Oh, okay.
who does what on those machines.
Yeah.
So that's the key, because we need people. Well, you guys need people that understand those old machines and how to fix them.
Oh yeah.
Especially, you can't almost find parts for these things. You got to create and make them from scratch, which is a whole nother ball game.
Oh yeah.
But those lathes that you're working on, they're pretty expensive.
Oh yeah. No, they're not cheap.
No, they're not. That's to say, find somebody who could fix them, see what's going on. But that's not my business, guys. I'm just throwing a conversation here. You know what I mean? Oh,
Yeah.
well. Well, listen, again, thank you for showing me your stuff there.
Oh
I
yeah.
had a
Thanks
great
for letting
time
me show 'em
watching them.
off. Yeah.
And thanks for everything you do here to help them stay alive. Find somebody as an understudy. Just saying, God forbid, we don't want this place to close down for a year.
Yeah.
But a lot of fun. Thank you very much, man.
You're welcome,
Appreciate
yeah.
it. And you can catch yourself live anytime. This is all day. You can see this till you die.
All right.
Everybody, Josh DeCarver here at Missouri Meerrshaum, 155th. I'm going to put on a little break show right now, and we'll see who else we can get for another visit. And if not, hey, you still got me, and we'll keep making it happen. And I'm still learning this board, so bear with me. I'll figure it out sooner or later, and I don't know when, but I will. And always keep looking. Josh, these things, this stuff is made for you, young guys like you. Not for this guy who's got bad fingers. I can't even find a commercial anymore. Look at this. All right, guys. I'm going to try to come up with something. Bear with me. You're probably going to see the same commercial over and over again. Or I can always throw my mascot. Here he is. Here's my... Thank you. All right, everybody. So we'll be looking for our next guest coming on soon. The tours are officially over, so we won't have these crowds in the background that we had earlier. But I got Brian Joyner, I got David Cressman on, Billy, my man from Long Island, David Stewart's on board. Hey, everybody, I appreciate you all tuning in. Tom Williams, Derek. I always got to say hello to everybody who says hello, you know. That was Josh, folks, and he is the carver here and the only lathe carver at the place. Look how young he is. He's going to get old before his time. He's going to have a little gray beard like me in maybe 2 years. I don't know. But you know, I'm going to go wait a little longer. If I don't have any more guests, it's 4:45. So we'll mess around a little bit. And if that doesn't work out, and I asked my little sidekick to give me some help and bring somebody over there, but he probably found a nice chair with tobacco and probably some nice glass of whiskey or bourbon, and he forgot all about me. He left me hanging. Here I am. You know, but it's okay. I had fun showing you and talking with a lot of people here today. I hope you enjoyed what's going on. And I don't know. I'm going to wait a little longer. I'm going to try to figure out another commercial because I kind of like these commercials. And I'll be right back. And hopefully we'll have some more. So hang in there, buddy.
At Norwood Royal Cigars, we have the biggest walk-in humidor in the Midwest. Our 1,500 square foot humidor is home to almost 4,000 different cigars that will meet the need of any cigar enthusiast. We have boutique blends to the more traditional selections and everything in between. From the novice beginner to the aficionado, the knowledgeable staff at NRC will find the perfect cigar for you. Located on the northwest side of Chicago, we want to be your shop for all your cigar wants and needs. As always, at Norwood Royal Cigars, light it, smoke it, love it.
Experience the magic of Rockefeller cigars today. With 11 years steeped in tradition, passion, and mystery of the leaf, Rockefeller has a cigar just for you. Be like the greatest magicians and make Rockefeller cigars appear in your lineup with any of our 4 lines: the Nicaraguan, the Dominican Blue, the Vintage Gold, and our new LE, The Art of Magic.
Cigar in the Bottle is 2 palate-pleasing gifts in 1. A specially blended Grand Pommier XS VSOP Cognac is elegantly contained in patented numbered bottles. Winner of back-to-back-to-back-to-back medals at the LA Spirits Awards, Cigar in the Bottle inventor Forbidden Johnny teams up with Vartan and Hendrik Kellner for this custom-blended Vartan Reserva cigar, well-preserved in a hand-blown glass chamber featuring Boveda 2-way humidification.
All begins at the very first climate-controlled Rodriguez Olivan cigar factory located in the Dominican Republic. Our 2 major brands include Don Olivan, which are boutique cigars suited for that individual who takes great pride in something unique. BAMF is our armed forces cigars, designed for that badass mother effer. Not only are you smoking a great premium cigar, a percentage of the proceeds is donated to our heroic men and women in uniform.
Hey, we're back, everybody. Well, should I say I'm back? And yes, I'm doing a solo. Yeah, definitely. I'm doing a solo gig here, and I do miss my chooches who are down in Florida, who just got away with being safe, thank God, from this last hurricane that went through. And thank God they are all safe. This is a place that I know they would actually flip out on because of the history. This reminds me like being at the J.C. Newman factory in Ybor City. Uh, Again, this building, four separate buildings started right behind me here in 1869. And then this section was built, and then the section right there, and then the next section over here. I got the Missouri River right outside my window. This is fascinating, folks. I mean, Sharon and Brett really done themselves a spectacular job. Uh, you can just sense the feeling here. And I'm sitting in a building, 155 years old, and I was just talking to Josh, the master carver here, and we started thinking about, can you imagine what it would be like to actually have worked here uh, back when it started? How many people have passed through these hallways? Um, it's like this, you can almost feel the spirits here. I mean, honestly, that's how crazy this is. And they do a paranormal later on tonight. They did it last night. Sharon and Brett did it. And I talked to some of the people. And I was like, whoa, it really felt like you felt spirits here. And how cool is that? I mean, hey, if something comes flying, don't hit me. But I would love something like that for you people to see how cool it is, because I could just imagine how many people walk by. We talked to Sharon earlier when she mentioned that they found a piece of wood, I'm going to say, and it was signed by the ladies who worked here in 1930. Then again, on another side, I believe it was 1953, and another year after that, on the women that signed here. And they just found it. They just found it stashed away because, these buildings are factories. There are corners that, something's pushed and you never get to it again. And they just recently found that. I mean, how great is that? And I'm going to bring on a master mason here in about 5 minutes who works here with his wife, and I'm a mason too, so it'd be nice to hear from one of the locals. And his wife was telling me a story of Tibbet, who was the original guy who put this together. He was also a master mason, and he was the founder of the lodge right up the block here. And I thought that was pretty cool and interesting in its own way. And uh, his name is John, and he just saw him walk by, and he's going to come right back here. We'll talk a little bit of the history that he can figure out and know about of the founder himself. And there's really been four main owners, to say, of the company. You got Tibbet, you got Otto, Fredericks, a couple other people in between, I believe. And again, names are not the best with me, but we have these last three owners right now. Mike, he's an owner, and he was around here earlier. I don't know if he's still here. He might be in a smoking tent where everybody's in the smoking tent, which is great. And just love to hear the story about how things are going. They've owned it since the 80s. So we are like 35, 40 years in with these last three ownership. And I understand that the children are very involved. So they're going to be able to keep it in the family, to say, and the continuation. So that in itself is amazing, that a company can continue with generations to come. How great is that? I find it fascinating. I think I love the idea, really, to see what's going on. And again, I can't wait to the 160th. I mean, that's in 5 years from now, to come back up here and see if there's any changes, see what's going on. but I would love to have my brother, cousin, and Kyle over here with me to share this experience. And it's an experience. Each one is different. What it was, how to. They said. I think she said there was 4 additions to the main building, and for all you latecomers, in the 100-mile radius, there was 13 companies who do corn cob pipes, and Missouri Meerrshaum is the last of them. So as you can see behind me, I have my next guest, and his name is John. And John, have a seat. Very good, thank you. And John here is.
Hold on, let me get this other earbud out of my
Yeah,
ear.
there you go.
There we go.
John is a worker here, and John, welcome aboard. Thank
thank
you
you.
very much. Appreciate, brother. Hold
Brother,
on.
How you doing?
So
Now we got all that out of the way.
yeah, now we got that out of the way. He's a master mason himself, past master.
Past master twice.
Twice.
over.
All right. Next week I finished my first one.
Oh, cool.
My
Congratulations.
year.
How is that for you?
It flew by.
Yeah.
It flew by, and
The second one goes way easier.
I bet. I don't know if I'm going to go for the second one. I'm a little bit older now.
Yeah.
You know, I'm heading to the Shriners next.
Oh, okay. Well,
You know?
congratulations. on
Yeah,
that. My
that's,
brother-in-law, Mark, I think you might
I
have
met
on.
Mark downstairs. He told me about you and your wife that's over here. Yeah, I figured let me just finish my Blue Lodge, you know,
Okay.
special, you know,
Do your
doing
thing,
the do, right? You know, you spend your time doing the chairs, do the officers, dedication. Now I can, you know, be on the sidelines to say,
Yeah.
do my once a month meeting and check out the Shriners, see how that's going, do that for whatever I want to do.
Right.
And then either go York Rite or Scottish Rite. I haven't figured that out yet.
Okay.
You know, just continue my path in masonry and see where we go.
Yep.
And so tell me about you. How long have
man,
you
wow.
been a master mason? And,
Going on 25, 26 years.
did you get your pin already?
I probably have it somewhere. I
That they didn't
Well,
officially give you
there
the
was- there was a-
honorary pin?
There was a little bit of a break in my. I mean, I'm a lifetime
Okay,
member of
okay.
my lodge, of Hope Lodge 251. So I'm a lifetime member.
Okay.
Life gets in the way. You know
Yes,
how
it
goes.
does.
And unfortunately, that's not an excuse. But
No,
that-
but life does get in the way.
Life-
Stuff happens.
it's stuff
we're
happens.
human.
Yeah, we're human. So I was an 8-year break, something like that.
Okay.
And
All
then
right, so
somewhere in that 8 years, there was a pin would have probably been presented.
Right,
you know.
right.
But
Okay.
I have it somewhere. I'm sure.
Okay.
Somewhere in the house in my
Good, good.
trinket box. And
All right. Well, what's happening here? What do you do here? What's your
so I'm
position?
the production supervisor here. So I supervise. So if you haven't been on
So
the tours-
downstairs?
yes, downstairs. In
all
that
the
back-
guys in the back,
Yeah, all
the
the guys
first
in the
stop
back.
of the tour.
Yep.
That's
Those
what-
are the guys those are the 8 or
Okay.
9 craftsmen that I supervise.
I just
That-
had Josh, as you know.
Yep.
What
Josh
a super nice guy.
Oh yeah, he's a
Wow.
yeah, he's definitely an asset for the
Nice.
for my team.
Now, I was telling him, and being that you are the next in line, you really need to get him a backup.
Yeah. Well,
You need a plan B
Yes.
for God forbid something happens
right,
to
and
him.
it's
It's 7 years in the making.
yeah,
you know what I mean?
that's always a struggle.
So there's a guy named Tony. You know Tony?
Yeah, I know.
He
Tony.
said Tony. He
Tony.
said, Tony
Yeah,
might
Tony, I
be
think he's from-
interested.
he doesn't say he's from Jersey, but I mean he talks like he's from Jersey, and he acts like he's from Jersey. So you're kind of like,
Where is he from now?
Yeah.
Dallas, Texas?
No, he says he's
No,
a local. He's a local boy, but I'm like, man, you sound awful like what East Coast kind of guy. I'm like,
They must have watched a lot of
Yeah,
Sopranos and
just
Seinfeld.
Sopranos, yeah. Well, maybe that's what he wants us to think. Maybe he's in witness protection. We're
There
gonna
you
bust
go.
him
I
out.
kind of like that. That's
Somebody's
good
gonna get-
stuff. I've been there, so now I'm back.
Yeah, I don't do witness protection, so I ain't worried about much. I'm at that age now where I don't worry about
It
too
don't
much.
matter anymore. It's just
I'm-
one step close. See
Yeah.
mom and dad for me.
Yep. Well, sorry about that. My mom passed not too long ago. So
Yeah, that's all right.
That's
She's
still
here
pretty-
with you,
yes, she's
especially in
here
this
spirit.
building full of spirits.
Yes, especially
the energy is
I don't-
amazing.
Man, I don't know. I mean, she probably could be. I spent a lot of time here, so she probably could
I
radiate
I
in
wouldn't
here.
doubt it. I
That's
wouldn't doubt
probably
it.
some of those shadows that I see in the corner of my eye while I'm doing some stuff and not paying
It's
attention.
okay, but it's just trying to make you known. Energy, a lot of electric and
Positive
stuff like that.
energy, positive
Absolutely.
waves.
So think about it. I just talked about it. 155 years,
Yes,
people have walked through these hallways and
Yep.
buildings.
built, manufactured pipes, lived lives, all that.
Isn't
And
that
the history.
amazing?
Well,
That's
it's
just
in the
beautiful.
155 years of this building. You know, kind of like setting out here on the Missouri River,
Mm-hmm.
and just it's like saying somebody, hey, you live to be 100 years old. What can you tell me that you've seen in 100 years, that you experienced 100 years 100 years of life experience. And if this building could talk about 155 years, I mean, here's how many books is that going to be?
Oh my God, I couldn't even imagine.
Yeah,
But I love it. I'm
Yeah.
a history buff and
a history fan. I'm a fan of history.
Yeah.
I mean, so I can say all kinds of crazy stuff about history stuff, and people like
Maybe I don't know. Oh no, they don't teach history anymore to these
Yeah.
kids. That's
Yeah.
the problem. They don't teach it.
Well, they teach it, but
They
they
teach it
some
their
sort
way.
Of, they teach some sort of like
Garbage. Let's not go there.
Okay. Well, it's your podcast, and I don't want to be.
It is.
I don't
No,
wanna
that's
kick
all right.
rocks.
That's all right. Don't worry
I don't
about
wanna
it.
throw
They
rocks
know
in your
how
house.
I am.
Yeah.
Red, white, and blue, man.
Yep.
That's the way it's going to be
Well,
for me.
it's because you're a member of your lodge. When I came into the lodge, there was a lot of the old timers, like the old guard,
Right.
The World War II vets, the Korean vets coming in. I was a vet coming in from my
Thanks for your
services.
service.
Thank you for your support. But I was coming in as as a youth, because so in my family tree there is 2 grandfathers, my father, my brother, my sister, Eastern Star, my mom's Eastern Star, 2 an uncle, and I want to say aunt is in Eastern Star.
Wow.
So we have a very large Masonic footprint.
Whoa, that's
Here.
amazing. That's amazing. And your wife was telling me something about the lodge up the road here.
Yes.
But Tilbit actually was part of it, or he's
Yes.
just
So
founding-
Tibby was, I want to say Henry Tibby, or is it Anton? I'm
You mentioned
bad.
Anton, but
yeah, I think
yeah.
so. They were members of the lodge when it was not first founded, I believe.
What is
'cause
the
there's-
charter? She said somebody was a charter.
Well, so there's a charter for the original lodge,
Okay.
and then some 1800s shenanigans happened. The charter was revoked,
Okay.
and then they resubmitted
Under a new name, or
under
Hope, or something like
under a
that.
new name,
Yeah.
and that's where Tibby's got into
Okay.
there from right there. So
Okay.
there's like anything else, there's that. The
Well, during the
history.
Civil War,
Yeah.
anyway, that was probably the biggest growth of Masons.
Yeah.
Was at that time,
Right.
from my knowledge.
Oh yeah, probably. Well, I mean, that's the Masonic fraternity is the way it is. You not work it, but you in your communities, and people see the work you do in your community, and then for somehow or another that got a disconnect. The script got flipped out, and then it's like, well, there's a Masonic lodge here. What does Masonic lodge do? It's like, how did the Masonic, because it's not how it was back when I was coming in. You still had to ask to be a member.
Correct.
Now it's like, oh, we're going to recruit people, and I'm like, I'm not against that. You got to kind of
Right.
fix a problem, and I wouldn't say there's a problem there.
Well, the numbers are lower. These
Numbers are
days.
lower, and is that because is it we've last year and a half, I want to say, raised 7.
That's a lot.
A
That's
lot.
a good number.
Good number, but only like 10 guys show up. I think we have 50 guys in the
You
lodge.
barely open up
we
for
can only
a stated
hold
meeting.
Yeah, we can have a standard meeting, and they're there for the specials. And there again, there's a lot of guys who work third shift. A lot of guys that their
Okay.
jobs require them not
Right.
to be regular Masons, which is perfectly fine.
Mhm.
But that's just I watched it, and when I started coming in, it was like 20, 30 people there.
Well, the
And
old
then-
timers had
and then
Johnny
they passed
Carson.
away,
That's all they
and
had.
and a lot of guys passed away,
Yep.
and then you lose those guys, and you lose those connections,
Correct.
and then you're
Well,
then you try to
times have
rebuild.
changed too.
Yeah.
Today's generation, they don't get it. They don't understand
Well,
it.
I think
It's not on their phone, they don't wanna deal with it.
They're not taught a service, the benefit of service.
Well,
I think that's a problem.
Big
that
part.
why do you serve? Why do you serve? Well, because why did you join the army? Well, there's a service.
Mhm.
And in fact, I was in the 80s when I was in the
Okay.
service. So there's still that edge of it where it's like, it's good to serve.
Right.
You don't have to, there was no draft, no compulsion to
Nope.
serve. The danger is still there, because that was during the Cold War era.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So we're still looking at, looking down the barrel, looking at the Russians.
Sure.
And I knew full well, I was like, I'm gonna volunteer and be in the dangerous parts of the. Cause I was an infantry guy, so it's like you're gonna be in the dangerous. I'm gonna do dangerous job. I want to volunteer. If I'm gonna volunteer, I'm gonna do something that's meaningful to me and meaningful
Nice.
to the country, and be that way.
You get
Nowadays,
that calling. That's all.
and well, my grandfather was a World War II vet.
Okay.
my step grandfather was from the British military.
Oh,
So he
okay.
was, so there's two different countries in
Wow,
there.
interesting.
My dad served and my uncle served during, my uncle served in Vietnam. My dad served in the Air Force during the Vietnam. So I mean, there's this, there's that.
Well, you got bloodline.
Yeah, it's a
So-
bloodline. But nowadays, it's like, it's
No.
like, I don't want, you two go to college, go do something, get something good degree in,
Right.
and or go to trades and
Trades.
stay out
one
of
thing.
the military, not because it's bad, just because I don't say wasting life, but it's like
It's a whole different.
it's a whole
mindset.
different mindset.
I have a friend of mine that,
and I'm not downing the guys who are in now or the guys
Oh,
who are going to
no,
go in
no.
now, because it does sound kind of harsh. Like, well, that don't sound very American. Well, being an American is saying, hey, listen, this is wrong and
Right.
it's not right, and we need to
Right.
fix it.
I agree with you 100%.
I can love my country and still be critical of my country.
Yeah, because you know what, our country has made their mistakes and done wrong
Yeah.
also.
Oh
but
yeah, definitely.
yeah,
Yeah, our history.
Well,
There's
you know a
no
lot more.
history.
Yeah, hey, we'll go through that.
We don't want to waste a whole hour on podcast.
No, not at
time.
all. So you've done production. How long you been here now?
3 years. So
3
I started
years,
actually
okay.
3 years. September this month.
Ah,
7th
very
of
good,
September.
Very good.
So this month.
And
is
how
my 3
how those 3 years go for you? Was it
a
flew
lot
by?
of learning, because when I first came
Okay.
in, I was like, dude, how hard is it going to be to make corncob pipes? It can't
Okay.
be that hard. It's,
Okay, but you didn't know much
that's
about it.
Nope, I had no clue. I mean, I had some, owned some, smoked some,
Okay,
and it don't look that hard until you start working it. And it's like, oh, there's how it is.
there's a method to the madness.
Yes,
and
definitely
it's not
methods to
easy.
madness.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. That's great. I mean, I was talking to Nick and talking to Josh, and
Yep.
Everybody seems to be happy here.
Yeah.
It seems like everyone's
Well,
kind of a family, and overall, I mean,
we
of course,
try
we
to
all have a bad
stay.
and good days, but
I refer to myself as a working manager, because I don't set an office.
you're
there's
on the
not
floor.
I'm on the floor, and
There
I'm
you go.
doing what my guys do.
Mhm.
And they don't, and I don't win. I'm not winning the game. These guys are winning the game. I'm just the guy who
Just
moves
assisting them,
I'm
making
just
their
pushing.
day better.
I'm just pushing the pieces in the right place,
Mhm.
so that gives them guys the opportunities to do what they need to do, so everybody
Nice.
can do the jobs they need to do.
Right. Well, you're only as good as your weakest link.
Yeah.
So if you can help the weakest link, you're
Yep.
bringing up the team,
Right.
and that's
Well, yeah.
the whole part of a team.
There's no I in team, but there is an A. So
Yeah. No.
there's
Oh,
an
that's
A.
excellent, though. No, I said I went on the first tour, and I just this building just reminds me so much, actually, of when we do the J.C. Newman down in Tampa, the cigar factory.
Okay.
Which is the last cigar factory in America.
Right.
And
I didn't know that. I figured there were cigar factories everywhere.
No, not in America. They are the last American factory. They started in Ohio and they moved down to Tampa, and now it's just third generation, fourth generation.
Yeah.
Too, with Drew, and it's the same factory, same building. It's over 100 years old.
Got old bones to
yeah,
it.
and you can just feel it. I mean, you feel positive energy in
Right.
it.
Oh
You
yeah.
just envision
Yeah,
the
you can-
people that worked there back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, that had to be cool.
Well, I mean, just imagine, like, the area we're in right now recording was somebody sitting by that window.
Yep.
Making
Looking.
pipes right here,
Yeah.
or lacquering a pipe, or
Well, there's
or
all the
doing-
lacquer.
Yeah, you can see the floor.
It's all
There's a lot.
there, I
Well,
mean,
around the corner right there on the other side of that wall, that's one of the tumblers we used for on the floor. 'Cause each floor had its own, basically its
Okay.
own set of operations.
wow.
So back in the day, they would actually have a set of, each floor had its own independent operations for whatever they were doing.
Well, that's great, though.
Yeah.
I mean, again, I just love the fact that it came into this building, and I can almost feel good spirits,
Yeah.
the energy. It's and trying to imagine the people walking these hallways, sitting right here, like you said, looking out there, and
I mean,
That's
so
cool.
I'm the first guy in the door and the last guy out the door. Well, maybe not the last, because the girls in the office are the last ones to leave. But in the mornings, when I'm opening the shop on a nice clear day, when you're walking through, you can watch the sunrise come up over the train station
Uh-huh.
there, and it's like, you can't get a better job than this.
oh, that's beautiful. What a great feeling it had to be.
Yep.
No question about it.
Or you get up on the third floor when you have no obstructions from anything. You can look out toward the east, and you can watch the sunrise over the
So
over
the east
bridge.
is this way.
Or yeah, right through that window
Okay.
right there. You can cut through it over that chimney stack right there is about east.
Nice.
And then you
Okay.
can watch it. Now, when the old Missouri Bridge was here, that was even a better sight than that new bridge that I got out
I,
there.
I
but-
didn't look out that way. I
Yeah.
just look out this way.
Yeah,
I
you
found
only
that
go that
pretty
way.
cool.
right. Well, the west is off over that way, and it just gets on the
Okay.
other side of the building, and you just lose the sun.
All right, so east, west. So we're looking north.
That's
this
north
way.
right there.
That's north.
That's
Okay.
north-ish.
Awesome. Right. Good. Hey, what do you see yourself? You going to stay in production?
Oh,
Can you
well,
move
I mean,
up?
I
Is
like
there other
to.
thing that you
I
like
like
to
to
move
move.
into?
I mean, there's a lot to still learn in production, but I would still like to move around in the company because that's you got to grow, have an opportunity to grow.
Right.
I see myself, in 5 years, maybe the general manager
Wow.
on the
I
floor.
know,
Not
never
general.
know.
I'm sorry, not general. Plant manager.
Plant
Maybe 'cause
manager?
there's no way I
Nice.
can replace Miss Shannon.
No.
and
Well, she's
her-
pretty amazing.
Yeah, that's to be some pretty big shoes to fill up right there.
Well, I asked her if we're going to do a 160 to come down, and she's like, "No, maybe not today." But I know she's spent.
Yeah,
But I
who's
mean,
ti- yeah, it was a
yeah.
lot of work we
Oh,
put into this.
And you're learning
Yeah.
every time. So you had the 150. Was there a 145 or just
I
150?
don't know. I think there was a point where they were just saying, "Hey, we're like 145 years, 147 years in,"
Right.
and then it's like, oh, let's celebrate our 150th, and it was like, boom, and then
Was this bigger than 5 years ago?
Oh,
You
so
weren't here.
I
though.
wasn't
I'm
here.
sorry, that's
Now the
right, yeah.
stories are like, hey, listen, we had people from that door, that entrance door to the receiving,
All the way down.
all
the
the way
middle.
down to where the Sugar Fires is.
Okay.
And it was
Alright.
just crazy. 100 people. We were trying to make smaller groups. So they were like setting 50, 60, 100 people, 50,
Oh, wow.
60 people in a group through it just to get them to
Well, you
come
guys
through.
had tours 20, 25 people all day long
Yeah.
so far.
But
It was,
we sold tickets in advance. So they're placeholder
Okay.
tickets. So you bought a
Gotcha.
ticket that guaranteed you a slot in
which is
whatever
smart
hour.
this way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It
That's
worked
cool.
out. It worked out fine. And then you would come in, and then you had 11 o'clock slot. We would start stacking people in,
Mhm.
get 25,
Boom.
and then you're still good because we're doing like 4 tours an hour. So once every
Right.
15, 20 minutes, there was a new tour coming around. So those slots were filled. Come in, do another slot. So you notice why everybody had different colored cards.
Oh, I didn't know. I was the first one.
Oh,
I
that's right.
never
You were part
bothered,
of the industry
the
guys. that
green
came
one.
in.
Yeah. So I didn't know about any
Yeah.
other colors.
Yeah.
I wasn't
We had
looking, but yeah.
color code cards.
Okay,
so
well,
everybody
that
could do
makes
their
one.
thing.
Well, by these two experiences, you're tweaking and making things better
Yep, an
for
adjustment
if and
to a
when there will be
plan.
another one. Nice.
You make all the plans you want, but then everybody else gets to say on how you do your plan too.
I get you. So you worked every machine downstairs
Other than
except the
lathe.
lathe.
Well, I work on I can work the lathe, but not anywhere near the
Capacity that
skill,
Josh does,
the
yeah.
skill that Josh has. I mean, I can do
Gotcha.
some of the really simple pipes if I
Mhm.
need to,
Okay.
but like the ones that we just let him do.
Oh, he
But mostly-
apparently he really enjoys it.
Yeah, he's
He
really good at it. I mean,
really
he's
does
an
it.
intricate part of our, he's a cornerstone of our team. He's intricate in all the R&D stuff.
Okay.
When we want to come up with a new pipe design, and we're like, Miss Shannon comes down and
Well, he made
Yeah.
some of his own stuff.
yeah.
He showed
Yeah,
me. He's
yeah, I
got a
saw
box of goodies there.
box
Like,
of stuff.
wow. I mean,
Yeah, I remember this box of stuff. Hey, you want to see what I did? Yeah, okay. But-
no, I tell you,
No.
at least 4 or 5 of them. There's no reason why. you
And
know,
those, yeah,
oh,
there's a lot of those we could just make like, hey, here's
a-
there's 50 of
absolutely.
these guys. Have fun.
Try it out, see what's
Yeah.
going on, or
Well,
use them as one
yeah.
of the giveaways and get the reaction from people, or do a show and say, what do
Yeah.
what do you think about this one? And see what people come back with, because there was some really nice stuff there.
Oh yeah, he
There's no
puts out a lot
question about
of
it.
yeah.
You know?
And he does all that stuff on his own.
That's
so,
what he said.
Yeah.
He goes, my break time, or
Yeah, he does.
I
I'll
find some
I'll be
garbage.
cruising through during lunch or something to do something else because my lunch is with everybody else's. But sometimes duty calls.
Yep,
Devil's needs must as a devil drive. So I run
absolutely.
out there and have to do something like unload a truck or something. And he's either at the lathe or he's sanding on a sander.
He's
and
learning
I'm
his
like,
trade
He's
too.
doing his trade, and I
Every company should have a guy like that.
Yeah. Well, we try. I mean, but the problem is, you get, I'm not going to get out into the weeds too much, but there's you got to have people to fill slots.
Correct.
And then it's just gets to be challenging when I really want to train these guys to do something, and then we got to still operate
Right.
at a level. So
you can always have one of those roundabout guys.
well,
Today you're
that's
working
me.
them. Oh, that's you.
me.
So you need to train somebody like you, but
Well,
without
that's
your
what I'm trying to
position.
work on. That's what I'm working on. So we can get something else, but yeah, it's a work in progress, like
Mhm.
anything else, and it's always a good work in progress.
No, well, you got to. You got to always try to stay ahead of the curve,
Yep.
be proactive instead of reactive.
Yep.
And with this, you can't miss a beat.
No,
Can't miss a beat.
you can't
man.
be you can't. Well, I mean, you can miss a beat, but then it's more painful on the
Yes,
backside.
for sure.
It's
for
a little more
sure.
painful. It's like, oh man, I need more cobs. Oh, I should have changed because I usually could Miss Christina will let me pretty much run what I need to run, and as long as
Right.
I'm keeping
Well,
up.
you know the day, you know the log, what we need, this make, this
Yep.
make. I mean,
So we'll get together like on any particular day, and she'll say, "Hey," she'll hand me the work orders that we have a work order system,
right.
and I'll say, "Okay, I'll start running," and then all of a sudden in the middle of nowhere, she goes, "Hey,
Uh-oh.
I need 24 of this." I'm like, "Oh, I don't have 24 of any of that," so I have to stop doing something, have somebody stop and fix
Right.
it, move it, get it,
And
put
change the
everything-
whole line
and change the
over.
whole line over. I mean, it'll change. It's not a hard change sometimes. It's like that's where I come in. So you'll say, hey, I need 12 natural MacArthurs. We don't
Okay.
make build polished or anything, but I need lately it's been country gentleman, natural country gentleman.
Yeah, that's a biggie.
That's a biggie. And it's like, hey, I need 2 dozen natural country gentlemen.
Why
It's
such
like,
a small order to in the middle
it's just
of a
how the
day?
customers order stuff.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
couldn't you do that first thing in the following morning
well,
instead of breaking
the
production?
quicker. I mean, 20. It doesn't take me long. We already have the parts assembled. Josh has
Okay.
already turned most of those parts. I just
Okay.
shuffle through real quick, and I just grab the 12 or the 24 and just run off,
Okay.
do the process that needs to be processed, and then drill them and do them.
Okay.
And it's
All
done.
right.
Or I'll hop off and do something, do that part, and say, hey, can you hop out of here real quick and drill these real quick, and then change over and come back, because that's an order that we can get out the door to a customer, and the quicker
All
we
right.
can do that, so it's not hanging.
Okay.
Some small like that. Now, if you order like, hey, here's $40,000 order, yeah, well, you're in the
Well,
stick with
that's
everybody.
the whole. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And those are
exactly.
mostly retail orders that somebody goes, hey, you're like, hey, I really like your thing, but I really like it. I want a natural. Oh, all right, cool.
Swap it out or
Swap it
something
out.
like that.
We'll have to make it special though. That's the
Well,
thing.
it amazes me that you guys can stop a production line and do that quickly and turn it around,
That's right.
even though you have it all here.
That's
It's-
where I was when I first got here. My military service is always been, I learn your job, then I teach my job to the guy behind me, to the guy behind me. So if
Follow
something
the ranks.
happens,
Yep.
it's like I can, Ronnie's not going to be here today. So I
Slide
need
it
to
in.
slide forward, and everybody should slide up one spot.
Right.
Or you know how to do this, and this. And if I need you to do that, hey, come here. What are you doing today? Well, no, I need you to do this. Okay, fine. Oh, I know how to do that. Yeah, fine.
Okay.
Just get into it. And
Well, multitasking is always
yes, very important.
very important,
Especially as a small operation like we are right now,
Mhm.
where we're small anyway. For as much volume as we put out, we're manpower pretty small.
Well, that's
So,
good too for the company.
Yep.
And the accountants always like that.
Yeah, it's like that number. Hey, why can't I do something? Well, can I get some more bodies? Oh, you're doing all right without them. I was like, all right. My life would be a lot easier if I had.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes stretch it out a little bit,
but
but
it's it is what it is.
that's good. No, that's exciting. Again, thank you very much for
no, you're welcome. I
entertaining
appreciate
us
that.
and for all the
Entertaining my
people.
clown.
Oh, yes. No, I
Yeah.
really. I mean,
Yeah.
you let us in, Sharon and
Yeah.
Brett. I
Oh
know,
yeah.
and,
Well,
they're our sponsors of the show too.
Right.
So I felt like we had to come back and give also. And I just, this is the first time I'm down here and I'm just blown away.
Right.
And it's awesome.
Well, you
It's
can't have a
absolutely
place like this and not share it. I
no,
mean,
you did. Yes, the world needs to see.
and we're
this
the only
building.
one. It's not like there's 5 other.
No, you're the
Pork
last
Chop-
one.
We're the first one and the last one.
And the last one.
And so it's why shouldn't we share the history
And
the
it should
history
be
of the play.
shared.
And it should be
really should be shared, especially in the pipe community.
Yeah.
But not only the pipe community, there should be the historians or people who like this stuff. They need to.
Well, that's
see
what
this.
the Adam and Derek from Skillet Fork. Those guys over
right over here with
right over
all the history.
Yeah,
in
all
there.
the history there. They're a cornucopia of
Oh my
knowledge.
God.
And
Yeah.
some of
And they're young.
And they're young too. They're, younger. Yeah.
A lot. They could be my grandkids. I think.
Maybe. Oh, come on! Now. You're not that bad off.
Yeah. How old do you think I am?
65.
Oh, you heard it on the show.
No. Boom. No, actually, I was kind of hesitant to do some of these podcasts because I don't know any of you guys. And I did my show with Nathan, and I was like, dude, that's like crazy because I'm just a dude making pipes
Working
for
on a
everybody.
show. And here you are in 75 countries around the world
75
right
countries.
now.
Oh,
Yep.
75.
You're in 75.
I just couldn't have told me that. Now I'm gonna get all nervous.
That's all right. Don't
That's
worry
all right.
about it. Don't lose your pants over
Yeah,
it.
I'm worried. If I'm losing my pants, I'm in a lot of trouble. I'm
It's
gonna get
all
in
good.
trouble.
Hey, we try to make the show feel like we're in a cigar lounge or a
Yeah,
lounge,
I mean, and that's
shooting the shit. And that's all we
that
try
is
to
so
do.
refreshing. That was another thing we were talking about on the sidebar after the show. I was like, dude, you can't talk. This is what's missing today.
In life.
This is what's missing in life.
Yes.
We're so spun up and so crazy stupid on we get stuck on stupid. And it's on purpose. It's not by accident. It's
No,
by
it's
design.
all designed.
And and it's like, I miss. So I was on my break from the lodge.
Okay.
And I didn't realize I had missed it until I came back to it.
Okay. I
And then
understand.
you realized, and then I realized, I kind of missed being
Just once. What do you got? Once a month, twice a month?
twice a month.
You're twice. I'm once.
Second and fourth Tuesdays.
All right. We're the first month of every month.
First month of every month.
All right. First Monday of every month. That's Iranianism, guys.
Yeah, it's gonna be a new thing. Hey, I'm at the first month of every month.
Yeah. We do the first Monday of every month, and I mean,
So how many guys do you have in your lodge?
we got signed up is 142.
Oof.
But on a stated meeting, anywhere from 18 to 26.
Okay,
It's the same guys over.
same guys, same guys.
Um,
That's why I did 2 years as master, and
you guys do 2-year currents or
no
you do
1 year.
Yeah.
1 year.
So I just implemented the 2 years for my next for the
next victim in line.
Yes, exactly.
You don't get out
because you know what I noticed. Here I am, the year's coming to them, but I said, as I was moving up the chairs, from junior, or from I never did junior because they skipped me. I had to go to senior.
Yeah.
But just to learn the lines, and by the time the year is over, now you learn that
Then,
chair,
Yep.
and you're already moving on to the
Next
next
one.
one, and you get
I
it.
might just, I don't know. That is actually not a bad idea. Like a 2-year term.
2-year term, because by the end of that first year, everybody knows everything.
Yeah, and
now the second year, what should all be working on the proficiency of doing degrees,
right.
and that's would even make that much better, because that is the hardest thing.
To do degree work.
Memorization for me is not my thing. So I know. But
so,
I wanted that, and the lodge said, "Let's go for it." And the next time, "Oh, really, Ron? Thanks." I said, "No, you really, you're worshipful master. You'll appreciate
You're
it."
learning how to be the master because you've never been the master before. Nobody teaches. You don't learn that.
Well, there is a road to the east that
Yes.
you're supposed to attend to, but it's not.
It's
Until you're in the chair.
It's like kindergarten.
Yeah.
It's like a kindergarten course on how to do it. Then it's like, then you jump into it and you get stuck in it. Then it's like all this different stuff comes in. It's like, hey, we didn't even cover that yet.
No. So not until you're in that chair, you really see what it's all about, And the only thing is, if you can just leave the drama and the attitude out, what a great thing it would be.
Oh, yeah. That's like, you can't get a bunch of guys together and not have some sort of, but it's not like other dramas.
No, there's worse shit out there. I know.
Worse drama you can have.
Yeah.
And that's not bad drama, because it's there again. There's that social. We have a social agreement.
Absolutely.
Between ourselves.
Exactly.
I may not like your particular bents, and you may not like my particular bents, but there's a foundation that we say there's an understanding,
exactly.
And then we can come together. And I think that's another, from earlier, the side problem is that it's like, oh no, mine's right all day, every day. And it's got to be right.
Leave your ego at the door. Yep. That's it, please.
I mean, I've only, and this is when I was young. I mean, this is when I was, so I grew, when I say I grew up in the lodge, I grew
well, yeah,
up
you
in the
definitely
lodge.
family members.
I mean, every, they would have practice. I would have, and mom and dad couldn't have, because there was so the lodge also had a Eastern Star chapter.
Okay.
Too.
Yep.
So when they would have lodge or Eastern Star chapter, we were still kids, so they'd send us to the basement and play with all of our toys.
Right.
And we grew up, and so we would grow.
Were
up.
you able to do DMLA?
I did DMLA, yes.
Okay, all right,
I did
very
DMLA,
good.
and then I was in Boy Scouts, DMLA. I wrestled in high school.
Okay.
Then I got into the service, and then my dad was like, "Oh, you should try to get your degree at," because I was stationed at Fort Wainwright. But I was like, "Dude, Dad, I would love to, but my training schedule and rotation schedule is so well. They'll let you do what you want."
Well, in the military, being a Mason in the military just seems to have some benefits.
Yeah. Well,
Just saying.
because you hear, but here go, all those stories, and I really, 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 really did want to try to do it, try to do it, because then it'd be cool to get into those traveling lodges.
Mhm.
Like you
Yeah.
hear about all those, I think like The Man Who Would Be King with Sean Connery and Michael Caine, and that's all about Freemasonry right there. If you know where to look
If
at,
you know what you're looking
if
at.
you know what you're looking at, now you can tell
Yeah.
everybody. And that's the thing. It's like there's secrets in the open, people. There's secrets in the open, and they're like, "Oh, I don't understand what you're talking about." Well, because
Don't
these
forget, we're
meetings,
supposed to take over the world.
hey, I've been in the fraternity for 25 plus years, and I've yet to get the plan.
I
Nobody
haven't
put
heard
me-
the plan either.
Nobody sent me the email. And
Nope,
nobody sent me the
nope.
secret decoder ring.
I don't know, and it's amazing some of the stories I read. It just
It's all part of the
pisses
Illuminati.
me
I'm like,
off.
oh my god, Illuminati is different from us.
Yeah,
we don't even talk to
exactly.
those guys anymore.
And who are they? Do you even know one?
You know who they is? Yeah,
Yeah,
it's they.
no.
I'm like, whatever. I mean, there's some crazy conspiracies that are, they're not
It's
conspiracies.
sickening.
They're true.
It's sickening when I read it.
Yeah.
I take it so personal. Because,
Well, I
and
did too for a while when I was coming up and young and full of piss and vinegar, so to speak. And I was like, oh, Mason's this and Mason's that, and Mason's Satan. I was like, dude, I've been in for 5 years, never seen any of that. Oh, that's what you're told to say. Blah 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 blah. I'm like, why would
I want to make that up? I would just walk away from you.
Why would I lie to you?
Right.
What benefit does it to me?
None.
Well, you need to keep that secret. Like, dude, I could tell you all the secrets in the
Oh,
world,
God.
but you wouldn't
Obviously, you're not.
understand.
Right.
And I could tell a layman right now. Here's how we do things.
Yeah.
And they would like, is
Nope.
that it? But
That's it.
then you don't understand.
Exactly.
You don't understand the significance of what I just said. So I told you the secret. You don't understand it because you don't understand the context of it. So it's not
Walk
secret.
away.
Just walk
Walk
away.
away.
I can't do it.
But again, I think it goes back to just bitter people who maybe probably got thrown out.
Thrown
Or
out.
they
I mean,
didn't-
all these.
Well,
This is what it is. I'm like, whatever.
Yeah.
You gotta listen to the source.
yes.
Take the source for what it is.
Because if it was, a lot of people know if it was anything that they say it was,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be there.
Yeah.
And that's it. It's that simple.
Or yeah,
you
it's
know.
like, yeah.
So-
Or if I wouldn't be here working at Missouri Meerrshaum. I'd be running something mega
else.
corporation somewhere making insane and insanely
money.
hideous amount of money
With
on the
stress.
backs of on the backs of the poor oppressed people. So that's how
Oh, what a sick world we live in. Well,
we can make all those stories we want.
we can. John,
Well, thank you,
brother John.
brother.
Thank you so
Brother
much.
Ronnie.
Really appreciate
Oh,
it.
it's worshipful, brother. I'm sorry.
Well, you're
Yeah.
past master.
Yeah.
You're worshipful too.
Yeah. Well, maybe
We're going back for
we
number
try to be
3.
humble.
You're gonna be 3? You're gonna go for it?
Oh, man, I'm back in after 8 years, and there's a lot of young kids
I
coming
haven't
in.
even seen it.
And
Yeah.
we just installed our current master to a second term, so he's doing a second term, and there's
Oh, why?
2.
You're not getting enough chairs?
Well, I mean, there's not enough. I'm not
No.
going to send the new master mason. We're not going to vote in the new master mason to be master.
oh no,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
when he started, let's say the marshal or
Yeah.
the
Well, I mean,
junior steward,
Well, we start him at our lodge. Will start him at junior deacon because that should actually work.
junior deacon,
Yeah. So
a
your
brand new one.
new master mason, we will start at junior deacon.
Whoa! See, we start him.
Well, but
Mike
they're again,
Tyler has been what 25 years. He's an ex-marine.
Yeah.
He just we're used to him, and we have a marshal guy that.
No,
that
that's not
takes it
that's
over.
not indicative of the state of Missouri. That's just how we do business.
At your stuff.
At my
Okay.
stuff. I
So a
mean,
lot of
'cause-
guys, the new ones, we would start at
Something lower.
junior steward.
Yeah.
Let them see what it's like holding the rod, get them
Right.
through the,
If
do
we
the
had and there
refreshments.
again, if we had the bodies to fill those
Oh,
lower chairs,
Gotcha.
we would put bodies in those lower chairs. At the
Right,
point
right.
we're at with that 7 or 8 guys. Hey,
No.
guess what, Ronnie? You're
You're
the newest
staying
guy. You're gonna start at the
again.
junior deacon's
Yeah.
chair. I mean, it's a good
Wow.
place to start. There's a lot. I mean, there's a lot to learn right
That's
there.
a lot. We were now sitting there and studying and learn, because from us, we tell the chair, look at the chair, learn the chair ahead
Yep.
of you. Just like what you were talking
Yep.
about. Learn the chair ahead of you.
Pay attention to
So
the guy
this
here
way
because next year
you're
you're going to
ready.
be there. Or
Right.
2 years now. 2
And
years.
it's
you're
a
gonna be there.
difference. I mean, coming in, I remember I did the marshal. They jumped in and we started at marshal. I started marshal, worked my way. And then I've been studying the the junior deacon as the senior steward. Next thing you know, one of the guys dropped out and they said, okay, Ron, you're going to the senior. I'm like, and I missed the juniors chair, and to this day I regret it.
Yep. Well, the nice thing being like a 25-year Mason is the fact that I didn't have to take a chair because there's enough guys that voted
Okay.
the main chairs in. And the master come to me, Dave Bledsoe's our master, and he's like, "What do you want?" I said, "I will serve at your pleasure, worshipful."
Well,
And that was
what it is.
and that was a big mistake because I'm the.
Oh God.
Well, no, I mean, it's fine. I don't care. I mean, I've done all the. I mean, in 25 years, I've done all the chairs.
Gotcha.
You know, try to remember some of the words. Yeah, words.
No,
yeah.
no.
It'd
The older
take
you
a
get,
minute.
the less you're going to remember.
Exactly. But no, man, I was out, came back in, realized how much I missed.
I'm glad you went back.
Yeah.
It's good
Yeah, I'm a
stuff.
lifetime member of the lodge here in
There you
Missouri.
go.
So
Awesome.
Yeah.
Good for
So-
you. Well, anyway, sorry, folks. We can
No,
talk about
no.
masonry. As you know, it is what it is. You can get lost in the world of masonry. It's a beautiful line.
Yes, it's a
But
very. Yep.
you know, I'm going to pretty much end it here.
Am I the last guy?
I think so. I'm going to make you the last guy because it's
Oh.
a 5:30.
It's
I
five.
know I'm supposed to go
man.
to 6, but I'm going to do a Instagram, folks. I'm going to do a live
Oh.
Instagram with Brett when he comes back. We're going to walk around. And
Oh,
it's gonna
that's
be-
right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm going
well,
to look
have fun
at
with that one.
everything personally, so you get an up situation, and I'm going to break down. It's been a long day,
has been.
and been nonstop except for 40 minutes of eating some food, and I like it. So anyway, take a look at the Instagram. We'll be back Tuesday night. We have the one and only Nick Perdomo from Perdomo Cigars on Tuesday night, and we're going to have a lot of fun with Nick. I appreciate all the support and everybody. Thank you so much for chilling in with us today. And again, 155th anniversary here at Missouri Meerrshaum. What a great time. From the crew, everybody, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Tell my brothers to line 'em up. We'll drink that whiskey from those old dirty cups. We'll toast to the present, the future, and the past. This ain't my first drink, but I sure it ain't my last. 'Cause this world is so beautiful. I see its love come shining through. This world is so beautiful. I feel its love come shining through. This world is so beautiful.